Well, as it was discussed previously, that the different type of uh, this contraceptive method that actually exists, the cervical caps, the copper T, or the implant method, or even the pills, anything, whichever are in existence, they have their drawbacks. There are many drawbacks. Yes, in the case of pills, it is still considered as that pill is quite better. Means rate of the failure is very limited, very slim in the case of the pills, but the side effect, it does exist. Okay, but this method, even after its application and all, uses and all, it still there is actually a very good chance that many of the time there will be failure. But only method that actually exists, which can be considered as the method which is quite efficient, and the method which is quite perfect in sense, in controlling the birth, or in controlling, or in the process of contraception directly, is actually the method of surgical methods, or the surgical removal, or even like not complete removal, but rather prevention, surgical prevention of uh, like uh, birth control method and all. This process is also goes by the name of sterilization, because the person, whoever will undergo this particular type of surgery, will stop breeding after that. So the method that exists is vasectomy for the case of the male. So what is actually done is, there is like, if you remember this duct which is known as the vas deferens, which is the one responsible for taking uh, the spermatozoas from the epididymis and back to to the prostate gland. That particular duct, it is cut and then tied up, as you can see this way. It is called the bilateral surgery, or bilateral vasectomy, in which the both the ducts are being cut and then made into a small knot and then tied up, so that there is no chance of any release from the epididymis straight to the prostate gland. That means there is no chance of the sperms to travel from the testis to other part. But the vessels, the blood vessel, it still exists. As you can see, the blood vessel, it still exists. That means there will be supply of hormones, the release of hormone that is taking place from the gonad. It is not prevented, it will be still there, it will be still responsible for maintaining the body's every balance and everything. So that way only the secretion, the seminal secretion and everything is stopped, prevented right there. Now we can say that this method is definitely a very good method, by which there is no chance of the sperm to travel from the testis to the other part. So that's why it can be considered as a very effective method. But yes, it can be reversed. The process can be reversed if the tube and everything, it still is in proper shape and viable condition, and even the secretion is still taking place. Then in that particular condition, there is this method called the vasoepididymostomy, in which the microscopic tubules that actually present inside the epididymis, the vas deferens is actually connected with it directly. There is incision made in the epididymis, and then there the microscopic tubes are actually connected with this vas deferens, thus allowing the sperm that are actually being stored in the epididymis to travel through this duct directly. Instead of going down the track like that, it will travel through this duct directly, and that way it can be reversed. The entire process of the vasectomy can be reversed, because initially the flow of the sperm was completely prevented. Now this flow of the sperm, it still exists, it is there, it can be reversed again. Though the success rate is not exactly 100%, but still yes, this is one of the method by which it can be achieved. Reversal of the process can be achieved. The similar process can be also seen in the case of the female, in which the female the fallopian tube of the female is actually being banded, cut and tied, and then sometimes they are cauterized also. There are many methods actually that exist: the clipping method, the tying method, or the cauterization method, whichever it is. So it is actually the fallopian tube will be cut right there in this section, and then either it is cauterized. Cauterization means by application of heat, or any sort of even sometimes cold freezing is also done for the method. Whichever it is actually the entire tube will be blocked, means the entire tube will be completely blocked and sealed, so that the travel of the ovum is going to be impossible, and also the travel of the sperm is going to be impossible. And definitely it is not joined together, it is not connected together, they will be kept apart so that they don't move through it, there is no chance of any movement. The second method that exists is actually the tying method, in which after making the cut, instead of cauterization, the two sides will be completely tied, sealed with clips and all, and that way this tying, this is a permanent process definitely. So this tying will actually prevent again from passage of anything across the tube. The third method that exists, which is the banded method, in which the tube is going to make it will be tied into a loop, and then in that loop there will be clip that will be attached, or it will be completely tied up with the help of a string, and so that the again the same, the flow of the ovum and the flow of the sperm can be completely prevented. It will not be allowed to mate, and that's why the entire process is done around in this particular section, so that this thing can be achieved. This means even if the sperm it enters into the uterus, it will not be allowed to go into this area, because as you can remember, the ampylosmus junction is actually the place where the fertilization takes place. So if before that it can be prevented to go any further, then there is no chance for any fertilization. Now if you consider, if you think that what will be the fate of the sperm, what will be the fate of the ovum in those cases, in this case and the previous case also, in the case of vasectomy also, actually the inner wall of the tube is actually going to absorb the cell, means it is not going to allow the cell to carry forward. It will be prevented right there, it will be blocked right there, and the inner wall will actually take it in the form of a nutrients, means the cells will be consumed in the form of a nutrient, and it will actually even break down in the wall itself. It's not going to cause any damage to the body, it's not going to cause any kind of problem in the body, because one thing, the blood vessel is still existing with both the gonads, blood vessel is not removed. That's why the flow of the hormone will still be there, the flow of everything, every single kind of other exudate which is responsible for maintaining the body's all other function, everything will keep on going. It's just that the process of reproduction can be completely stopped. Now, just like the process of reversal of the vasectomy, there is a reversal technique that is also there for the tubectomy. Again, it can be achieved only when the tube is actually viable, it remains viable, the system remains viable, and within a short span, like within 10 years of going through the procedure of vasectomy, tubectomy, that it will be all possible. So, in the case of tubectomy also, if within short span of time, say within 10 years of span, if they actually, the person comes back again for the method of reversal, then they will undergo this process of the tubal ligation, in which the tube will be tied back up, means the two section which was cut previously and separated will now be joined together and will be tied together, so that the pathway will again be reformed. As you can see right there, the pathway has reformed again, and thus all the process of fertilization is now it will be possible. So this tubal ligation, it can be considered as the reversal of the process of tubectomy. But again, keep in mind, the sterilization method, since it is a 100% foolproof method, so this method is actually applied for the cases where the person has already have their own offspring and all, and want to prevent from getting pregnant any further. Only then the doctor they actually go for this particular method. Otherwise, if they are not with any child, they are not allowed to go through this sterilization method. So that is one of the rule. And keep in mind one thing, that this method is not going to prevent from any kind of STD, because STD is prevented only and only by the barrier method. No other method is capable of preventing the transmission of the venereal diseases. All right.